What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sonny Daniels. Here we go. Michael Chandler hit back at Conor McGregor. Michael Chandler came out and made a video, posted it to ESPN, and he hit back at Conor McGregor. And the way he sounded like somebody who has a plan. Not Conor McGregor sounding like somebody who is really pissed off at himself or at UFC. I don't know. Something is fishy, like I said in my last video. Something is fishy. So Michael Chandler came out and made a video and said he already got in a fight. A very interesting fight. And then hit back at Conor McGregor. I mean, who would not look forward to Chandler Oliveira too? The first fight ended in second round. Oliveira, we all know he has spectacular resume. His finish is one of the best in the history. And if you look at that fight was very interesting, right from minute 1 to when Michael Chandler was knocked out. Whether he was knocked out or he was submitted, I don't know, I've forgotten. So Michael Chandler came out and said he's already signed the deal, the document, the deal is done. Him and Charles Oliveira is going to fight in the upcoming months. And that's a big fight. That's a massive fight. I mean, and he was also given that if he beats Charles Oliveira, he's going to face Islam Makhachev or Harman, whichever one of them wins, or whichever person is going to be at the championship belt on that time, who's going to be the king of lightweight division, is going to face the person. I mean, that is the biggest dream of every fighter, to be a champion. Fighting Conor McGregor is like almost fighting a champion, yes. He might be even bigger than fighting a champion. At 100% I agree with you. But first and foremost, Conor McGregor is not showing up. So you have to look at what is best for you. And fighting for a championship belt is the best thing a fighter can ever achieve. Do I see him beating Charles Oliveira? I don't think so. Because Charles Oliveira is not somebody to take lightly. He can beat you in many ways. But we also don't want to write Chandler off because he's been out for 3 years waiting for Conor McGregor. So which kind of Michael Chandler is going to show up? He might be super pissed off and want to get his revenge back on Charles Oliveira. That's a win-win for him. After 3 years of waiting for somebody who doesn't want to show up, now the UFC rewarded him with a big fight, a massive fight against Oliveira, and then if he wins, fight for the lightweight belt. And here he hit back at Conor McGregor that Conor McGregor, if he can clean up his family, clean up his things, and clean up himself, and make sure that he's ready, then he could have a potential fight in the future. But he doesn't see himself fighting Conor McGregor, that he has been waiting and waiting and waiting. And that's a big insult to Conor McGregor, because Conor McGregor came out in the other interview and said it's Michael Chandler's loss for not fighting him, for not waiting to fight him. And he also said he might also fight Michael Chandler in November time. I mean, why is Conor McGregor just beating around the bush? Michael Chandler looked like somebody who is happy. Look at somebody who has already moved on. Came out and call out to everybody who has been saying things against him for not fighting other people and waiting for Conor McGregor. I mean, we all understand, but waiting for somebody for 3 years is too much. Hopefully you beat Charles Oliveira and fight for the UFC belt. Then we'll know that, okay, yes, it is worth it. But if you lose against Charles Oliveira, the potential fight against McGregor might not happen. And McGregor, like I said in the other video, is losing his value. So what do we all want in this Michael Chandler story? We all want Michael Chandler to make sure that he beat Charles Oliveira and make sure that he achieved his dream as a lightweight champion. Do I see that happening? I doubt it. Because those two people, Charles Oliveira is difficult to beat him. You want to dethrone Islam Makhachev, that's the hardest hurdle. So the best thing for Michael Chandler now is to focus on this fight, forget about Conor McGregor, focus on Charles Oliveira, and make sure you get the win. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that the UFC has already rewarded him. I mean, he has waited for complete 3 years. 3 good years waiting for somebody who's just playing you but like football. And now the person now, Conor McGregor, seeing that you already have an opponent, he's pissed off. He wants to be in the mix. He wants to be there. Focus on your fight, Michael Chandler, and focus on the future, because I believe you've done a lot of things for the sport in a short reign, and now this is your opportunity to get back to the title shot. And there is, like I said, there is no better thing to fight for as a fighter than the UFC belt. To be the champion. That's every fighter's dream, to be the champion. So I just want to bring a brief video on this topic, because Michael Chandler came out and gave us an hint of his next fight, which was already official in the UFC official page. UFC made it official. Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira are going to fight next, and it's going to be a #1 contender. We all don't know what's going to happen with Conor McGregor, but we are just happy that Michael Chandler at least is going to be busy. At least he's going to get a fight. And apart from that, he hit back, like I said, he hit back at Conor McGregor and told him to go and reshuffle himself, make sure that he's straight, and make sure that he prepare. That if at some point, if it happens, they are going to fight again. I mean, after this fight, if Charles Oliveira beat Michael Chandler, nobody will want to see Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor. Maybe the table will turn. Charles Oliveira will want to fight McGregor, and that is a bigger fight. Imagine Charles Oliveira versus McGregor. Whew, man, sign me up for that fight. I am on, because that fight, the build-up is going to be massive. And Charles Oliveira is a massive, massive person in the UFC. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about Michael Chandler's videos. If you want to know where you could watch the video, you could go to ESPN MMA and watch Michael Chandler's statement and what you think about his next fight at McGregor. Guys, like, subscribe, comment on my videos, and guys, share my videos as well. Guys, we are improving. This is a new channel. We're talking about MMA. I know it's not the best level yet compared to other channels. I don't compare myself to anyone. I only try to be better every day. Guys, I appreciate the love. Until next time, Shaba.